southern Germany. Traditions run deep here in this picture postcard land of mountains and meadows. One of those traditions is the beer garden, the perfect place to quench one's thirst. And many agree here the best remedy is a wheat beer, the most Bavarian of beers.
It's so refreshing, much better than other kinds of beer. I think wheat beer is more refreshing.
It's invigorating, it's tasty, and the yeast makes you look good, whether you need it or not.
It's the poor man's champagne.
Wheat beer is traditionally served in a tall, thin glass, so the bubbles have to travel further, and it takes longer for the beer to go flat. And there is also a special knack to pouring it. Georg Schneider's family has been in the beer business for 7 generations. Who better to demonstrate than him?
Before you pour, you have to rinse the glass. Then you open the bottle and pour carefully, holding the glass at an angle. When the last third is still in the bottle, you can decide whether to drink the yeast or not. If you want, then shake the bottle or roll it with the palm of your hand, and then tip the yeast into the glass.
Schneider Weisse in Kelheim near Regensburg is the oldest wheat beer brewery in Bavaria. In centuries past, Bavarian rulers had a monopoly on the industry and filled their coffers with the profits. But by the mid-19th century, bottle-fermented wheat beer was out of fashion. The original Georg Schneider purchased a license to brew wheat beer in 1872. He founded Schneider Weisse and restored the drink's popularity. Some call him wheat beer's savior.
My great-great-great-grandfather, who founded the company, believed in the quality of the beer. He said if it's made well enough, it will always find friends.
But it took nearly 100 years for wheat beer to make a major comeback. Today, it's synonymous with Bavaria and increasingly popular in export markets. Karl Gattinger has written a book about the regional tradition. He says Bavaria almost went down a completely different path.
In earlier times, Bavarians mostly drank wine. We mustn't forget Bavarians were mainly wine drinkers. Then came the purity law in 1516. And that made beer good enough to become mass-produced.
The rest is history. But the age-old question remains. What goes best with a wheat beer? A pork knuckle, roast pork, or perhaps a plate of cheese spätzle? Locals will tell you there's nothing better than a traditional Bavarian breakfast of veal sausages, pretzels, and a good dollop of sweet mustard. Wheat beer is often referred to as the Bavarian cappuccino.
Bavaria without wheat beer? Could you imagine Bavaria without the mountains or Oktoberfest? No, it belongs here. A wheat beer is part of Bavaria.
So it's Bavaria in a beverage. And like the locals, wheat beer comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. The quintessential drink for the southern German summer.